Okay, so let me close this one. We just did a normal rift and got our greater rift keystone. So far I've done 2 rifts and I've gotten 2 for 2. I've gotten a greater rift each time, so I don't know what the drop rate is of these guys, but when you kill the rift guardian, there's a chance that the greater rift will spawn. The greater rift keystone will drop for you. It says on screen when you get it, and it looks just like the normal rift keystone fragments, but is a gold background. These guys start at level 1, and it's very easy at level 1. It's like probably like normal difficulty easy. And the faster you clear it, the more difficulties you'll skip. So you'll see this in progress as we go through here. So everyone needs to accept, and it costs everyone. Everyone needs a level 1 Greater Rift Keystone if they're going to run it together. So you guys essentially need to farm the Keystone with people, or they need to have it sort of set out already. So this will be super easy. You'll see we'll just one-shot everything in here. It'll be super cruisy. And you'll notice also that no loot drops from monsters. Instead, all of the loot for the Rift drops from the Rift Guardian. Which also later, currently it's not in the PTR, but later the Rift Guardians will have a chance of dropping a legendary gem. You can't change gear in Greater Rifts. No, you can't. But I don't. So you can't change your gear, you can't even open your inventory, and you can't change your skills in the Rift either. However, you can teleport back to town and change it, and it still seems to continue. So I don't know if that's something they plan on keeping. I feel like that's something they'd probably want to change. I don't know, I thought the idea was that you keep the, you keep your current setup throughout the whole rift. Teleporting back kind of ruins that, although it does take time. So you'll notice the progress bar here on the right, there's a timer, and there is a progress bar. You have 15 minutes to do the rift, and basically you want to stay ahead of this, keeping in mind that it'll also take time to kill the Rift Guardian at the end as well. You need to do that within the time. Since it's such an easy difficulty at the moment, we're absolutely smashing the timer. So it's going to be super cruisy. You'll also notice that these rares will drop these shiny baubles here, which are progress baubles. I don't really know if they have an actual name, but when you pick them up, they give you more progress. So they drop from elites and champ packs. So 3 from a rare monster, or 1 each from the champ packs, it seems. Total of 3 from each pack, it seems. But pretty nice to get those. I got, on my first try solo, I got to level 20, to Rift Group level 20, so it'll be interesting to see how we do with this group. This group seems pretty strong, so I think we might get higher than 20. Group synergies should take us pretty far. The survivability boost will be one of the biggest things. My biggest problem in Rift level 20 was trying to survive some of the really dangerous mobs, because when you're constantly near to dying, you can't really dish out much DPS, so that slows you down quite a bit. I keep going to open my inventory, but forget. So other things to note, the fact that gold or there's no gold drops in the Rift itself, so items that synergize with gold drops that give you armor or healing on gold is useless. Also, Harrington Waistguard is useless because there's no clickables, but no chests or racks or anything like that in the Greater Rifts. So those items are pointless for Greater Rifts, unfortunately, which is not too bad, I suppose, because I don't actually have any. You can allocate Paragons, so you can switch your Paragons around in the Rift, it seems. So we'll do that. Might as well allocate those guys, get a little bit more survivability. If you die, you can, in softcore, you can resurrect back at the start of the current room that you're in the Rift, so it's not too bad, unless you're near the end of it and you have to run all the way back. But in hardcore, obviously, you'll still lose your character, so you need to be careful in hardcore. But this is really fun. The first one I did was really exciting. So I think Greater Rifts are going to be a fantastic addition to the game. It's like we're almost done. The Greater Rift Guardian will spawn in a moment. And I'm not sure how it's going to work with the legendary gems. I understand that each one of them will have a chance to drop a gem, or maybe when you complete it there's a chance to drop a gem. And then once you can actually take your legendary gem into another Greater Rift, and when you complete it then, there's this NPC spawns that you can use to upgrade that gem, and the upgrade depends on how far you got in the Rift. So that's not currently implemented, but it'll be interesting to check that out once it does spawn. Where is the Rift Guardian? We need to kill him. Surely he's all the way down here. That's a bit of a scumbag move. Rift, though we have no problem with getting this one done in time, I think. Looking pretty solid. My latency is absolutely through the roof. You'll see when you kill him there, a bunch of stuff drops. I got like 3 legendaries, it looks like. Holy crap. And we got a Rift Keystone level 10, 47,000 gold, and 7 million XP. I actually got just 2 legendaries. And 50 blood shards. It always seems to be 50 blood shards, so I'm not sure why that is. We got a Syndicote! Guys, we got a Syndicate. All my struggles to get Syndicates, and I finally got one. Also, I got a Marauder's Shoulders here on the PTR today. That's PTR RNG for you, isn't it? Damn. Look at that. That Syndicate. GG. Well, so now we all have a Greater Rift Stone. Why do I have 4? I shouldn't have 4. This seems to have bugged. I shouldn't have 4, I should only have 1. Me too. What the hell? What the hell? So we should only have 1, but we got 4, so it looks like we're duping Rift Keystones. I know there have been some dupe bugs on the PTR at the moment. We also get the rewards there for completing the Rift itself. But now we have a level 10 Rift Keystone. Actually, 4 of them. Duping again. I got 4 as well. Oh, sick. lots of Greater Rift testing coming down then. No, I think that's a bug. I don't think that's intended at all. Let me activate this thing. Alright, let's do it. Going into the level 10 Greater Rift now. It looks like if we fail, we're going to have a bunch of 10 ones left. We'll have to see once we get out whether we still have them. Yeah, we'll find out after this, whether we just have a bunch of random 10 ones. So now we've moved up to Rift difficulty 10. It should have jumped up to... 10 should be something like Hard or Torment 1 maybe? The health's a bit higher, but as you can see, it's not difficult at all. And we'll still smash the progress bar. Torment 20, difficulty 20 felt close to like Torment 5 or something. Maybe Torment 6. It doesn't feel exactly on. You only spend 1 keystone when opening rifts in solo? Yeah, a new change for the patch is that all rifts only cost 1 keystone to open now. Including greater rifts and normal rifts. So the change though is that everyone in the party must use one. So if you're in a 4-mode party, everyone has to have a greater rift keystone or a normal rift keystone, whichever one you're doing. So that means no more rift at forward or anything like that. Sometimes you'll get pretty nasty mob spawns, like I got a bunch of there's angels. They're the ones that charge you and they have a shield on them as well. They take forever to kill and they're really dangerous. I got a bunch of those guys which slowed me down a lot. So if you get really hard mobs, sometimes it's a good strategy to skip them. And simply to like kill the easy stuff and go on to the next stage and hopefully that better stuff spawns. Whereas if you get like a bunch of zombies or something, you're going to do better. The progress bar that you get from killing monsters is based on their amount of life, so high life targets are worth killing. And elites obviously drop the baubles, which makes them more valuable. Actually, look, see, eggs still spawned and we got a drop then. So there's still some bugs with... There's supposed to be no loot dropping in these whatsoever. But I killed like a piece of scenery egg that was randomly there and something did drop. So it can happen. I'm rocking the newly buffed Shadowed Power with its 35% damage reduction now. Pretty solid. The Shadow's coil set also allows for permanent Shadow Power now too, which is pretty sick. Obviously the drawback is that if you're using that you can't really use a Marauder's set. But pretty cool stepping stone set. I reckon it'd be pretty nice for hardcore too. Though Marauder's set is just so strong it seems to trump all. Especially since it was even buffed in this patch too. The turrets use Hatred Spenders without attack speed limitation now. Picked up the new Hypermag this Arvo. It was a good article. Congrats on the coverage, Ziggy. Oh yes, McChifi. You're Aussie then, man. That's awesome. Yeah, any Australians watching? The new Hyper magazine is out today, and it has an article with me in it. Six-page article. It was a pretty sick article too. I liked it a lot. Glad you liked it, McChifi. Thanks for picking up the article and giving it a read, man. That's sick. Yeah, I'm hyped to be in Hyper Magazine. You guys in North America can get the magazine on Google Play, by the way. I don't know if you can get a hard copy, but you can get it on Google Play if you want to have a read. I might need to change my passives. Don't know if I double checked them. There we go. So there's another one for player Greater Rifts. We've got an achievement. Got another legendary drop. 16 Rift Keystone and some more golden XP. And shit tons of stuff stuck against the wall here, so I'm gonna need to click everything to be able to actually find it. There we go, we got a legendary cloak. Not much actual loot, but you get a decent amount of crafting materials, so 3 legendaries so far. Let's get rid of these guys. Alright, so we got 4 level 16 ones. Doing Greater Rifts with parties is apparently broken in the PTR. It's $5 for Hyper Magazine on Google Play. There you go. Google whatever. Google Play. That's the one. Okay, let me stash. There's a new Hellfire Amulet, by the way. I rolled the single out passive on it. Let's stash some of this stuff. So now I have 3 level 10 Greater Rifts and 4 level 16 ones. That's pretty broken. I have seen that pylons do spawn in the Greater Rifts occasionally, but they have half duration, 15 seconds. I should make sure to use the Nemesis braces when they do spawn though. So let's go into the 16 one then, see how far we go. I wanted to do some Greater Rifts on Hardcore Lead or God, but it copied my Hardcore character across as level 59 instead of 70. So it was like, they must have copied it before I got to level 70. So I didn't copy my level 70 Hardcore across, which is a bit of a shame. Alright, next one going in, level 16. Invites have been sent. So you can see, these guys have a fair bit more life now. Watch out. Should be spamming my Shadow Power a bit more actively, I think. Yeah, inside the Rift you can't switch gear, so you can't open your inventory, and you can't open your skill page. You can open your Paragon points though, if you want to do some Paragon respecking. But you can teleport back to town and change your stuff, which, I don't know, maybe that's an oversight. I feel like you shouldn't be able to teleport back to town. Or if you do, you can't get back in. That's what I feel like it should be. Or it kills the timer when you teleport. Using my new 4-piece Marauder set bonus. Webs and wolves and all that jazz happening. It's pretty sweet. Alright, well we're still kicking the progress bar's ass, so we should be jumping straight up to 20 I reckon next after this one. With that much progress bar, like by beating the progress bar that much, we're going to jump more than 1 level. But once you start to only just beat it, like if you beat it with like a minute to spare, you'll only move up 1 level. So that the difficulty is more precise, difficulty chain's more precise. Which it's a pretty good system, I think. The only funny thing I think is about it is like if you were to do every difficulty, you would have more Rift Guardian kills, and that means, you know, more loot explosions. It's gonna take longer, obviously, and maybe the loot is better for high difficulty Rift Guardians, but I haven't really noticed much of a change. You certainly get the same amount of blood shards per kill. It seems to be 50 each time. So maybe a strategy would be kind of like getting to the Rift Guardian and then just like chilling for a couple minutes, 5 minutes, and then coming back and then killing it. So you only move the difficulty up 1 stage each time. No way, Demon Hunter doesn't use Sentry? What is this madness? You blow it all up! Damn you all to hell! Thank you guys. No worries, Umrain. There we go, Rift Guardian. Look, not even 50% on the timer. Smashing it. I'm liking the new Shadow Power, actually. Now that Demon Hunters don't dodge, it's nice to have like extra just fight mitigation. Basically gives us the 30% damage mitigation that melee classes get. There we go, Rift Keystone level 20. We actually jumped all the way to 21, wow. And no doubt 421. No, we only got 3 this time, so it's actually bugged based on the number of party members. Interesting. Interesting. Legendary belt, I could actually do with an upgrade, though it's probably not going to be this one. Yeah, I got 321s as well, so if you're on the PTR now, guys, and you want to test the Greater Rifts, do it in a party, because you get a shit ton of Greater Rift Keystones. Like, it's obviously bugged. I'm sure that's not going to be the case. Because they wouldn't want you to get, like, 4 level 20 Rift Keystones and then just keep going from there. I think that what happens is that your party members are completing the quest counts as you completing it as well. So you get, like, 3 completions, yeah. It's just some sort of oversight. I'm sure it'll be fixed pretty soon. Might as well take advantage of it now, though. Not at all 25 plus is hard. Probably not in a party, but I had trouble with 20 at solo. I had trouble with 20 solo. It was pretty challenging. I got pretty bad mob spawns, but still in general. So it just depends on your gearing, man. I don't have a 6-piece Marauders set, so I'm not like super OP. The new Shadow set bonus seems really strong. Permanent Shadow uptime is really good. It means 35% damage reduction and life gain on hit all the time, or also looking badass. Or permanent move speed boost and life gain on hit. So it's quite good. But is it better than Marauder set? Probably not. Yeah, we're smashing it in a party on 21, so we're gonna get quite a bit further, I think. I think we might even jump some difficulties again, so we might go like straight to 23 off 24. What do you think about the new cold damage cluster arrow rune? Pretty good. I like a few of those elemental shifts. Means that we've got some more viable cold specs now, because you can run like Cold Cluster and Frost Arrow together with like a Crider Shot or something, which is pretty good now. Previously, that was the problem with using like a Crider build, was there was no other good cold spells. Also, the new Lightning Ball Flint Rip Arrowheads, it might be the one that gives Lightning Ball 50% travel speed, which means it zaps a lot more. That's really sick too. This is a pretty big pack here. This is going to give us a lot of progress. There's an elite and a rare there. Champ pack and a rare there. Music's picking up too. Perfect. Use my pet bonus. Was that 2 rares? Oh, the progress bar boost. Check that. Check it out. Jumping. Sick. Yeah, we're smashing it this time. Absolutely destroying this rift. We've got pretty good spawns though, like really good density and lots of easy to kill mobs. That sort of group up nicely. Like lots of zombie packs and stuff like that are all really good. Alright, we're smashing 21 this time. I really struggled in the 20 difficulty rift solo. So the party synergy, survivability boost is the biggest thing, I think. Having like 3 people to share the damage with is a pretty big deal. I think I'm still using the wrong passives. I'm pretty sure I'm still using single out, which is not the best for this, considering most of the time you're fighting packs. Yeah, this is rift difficulty level 21. Which I think is somewhere around Torment 4 or 5 maybe? I don't know, it's a bit hard to judge. I usually farm like Torment 3 or 4 on my Demon Hunter. Solo's fine, but it felt much harder than that. So, at level 21, so it's probably a bit higher than that. It might not use the exact same scaling system. Yeah, I did get some gear upgrades. Like, I got the Marauder's Shoulders is pretty nice. Meaning I can use the full companion pack now. All of the companions at once is a pretty big boost. It means I get damage from the wolf, regen from the bat, regen from the boar, taunting from the boar, webbing from the spider, slows from the spider, move speed from the ferrets, and also health globes from the ferrets. Like, it's pretty sick. The 4-set bonus. Marauders is OP. It actually is OP. There's no way around it. We're not even... Look, we actually did this one faster than we did the last difficulty. So, absolutely smashing it. The loot has been... I think the loot has been, honestly, on par with normal rifts. Like, it feels like a lot because you're getting it all from the one boss. But getting like 2 or 3 legendaries in a normal rift isn't that unusual, so getting 2 from the boss is not really that crazy. Maybe it gets higher as we go. I hate how it all dropped on top of each other. I don't want all these things. No legendaries this time. Yeah, pretty bad drops that run. But we're going to the higher ones now. So now we have... Whoa, we actually went all the way to 27. Holy shit, we went from 21 to 27. That's going to be a pretty big jump. I think we killed that one a bit too much. Yeah, skip to 27. That's huge. Whoa. Uh-oh. That's going to be... This could be sketchy. I would have, honestly, it would have been better if we went like up in 2s or something like that. Skipping to 27 is probably going to get us absolutely wrecked, I reckon. Well, let's give it a go anyway. I'll be making the teaser video for PoE this weekend, Mac Attack, so it should be going up on Monday. Yeah, we got a really good density rift, so we absolutely killed it and went all the way to 27. That's a good point. I didn't think about that. Time to watch you die. Yeah. It could be. It could be. Ah, I missed a Paragon point too. What do we get? Some more dexterity. I dropped move speed for doing these greater rifts since it mostly it feels about combat more than move speed. These little dudes are pretty annoying. Oh, absolutely wrecked. Insta ripped. Alright, the damage jumped up pretty high. We don't lose when we die, but we do lose a bit of time. But that was pretty rippy. Alright, I'm gonna have to be pretty careful with the damage. Oh man, I might actually need smoke screen in these ones then. But I can't really respec it unless I go back to town. 27's a bit of a jump, I think. Couldn't you have given us like, you know, 23, 24? It's about Torment 6 now? Yeah. I haven't really been farming Torment 6. So it's pretty sketchy. Oh man. I need to get in close for the mortars, I think. Alright, we might still be able to get through it. We might still be able to do it. We'll give it a go. It looks a bit like Vanilla Inferno, yeah. From the Insta-Gibbs. That does look a bit like Vanilla Inferno. Pretty sketchy. We're not really keeping up. But you can, if you fail, so if we don't do it in time with the timer, the boss will still spawn and we'll still get our loot when we kill him, assuming we can. But you won't get any more Rift Keystones. However, because of the bug, we actually still have a bunch of 27s. Swap to Awareness. Awareness wouldn't be too bad, but I'll try and stick with the strategy of not dying in the first place. If I play well, I should be able to avoid most damage. And then we won't need Awareness. That'll be my strategy. Mostly though, we seem to not have the kill speed. We're only just keeping up with the timer. Are there any weak classes in this game? No, all the classes are pretty strong at the moment. Some have strength, they have different strengths and weaknesses, which is to be expected. But all the classes are viable and can be played at T6, Torment 6. But I got absolutely wrecked by the mortars. It also wrecked my frame rate too, it seems. Alright guys, I'll try and catch up. This is gonna be just trying to get through it and getting the boss to spawn, I think. I don't think we'll be beating this one in front of the timer. Ouch. The jump up to 27 was pretty brutal. What we should have done was taken it slower, and then only just beaten the other one to move it up slower through the difficulties. I think that'll be the strategy. Yeah, the mortars are like one-shotsville. So I think the meta strategy would be to go back to the early level rifts and clear them a bit slower. We're definitely not going to make it with the timer this time, but we'll at least get to kill a 27 rift boss and see what loot he drops. Which, that'll be pretty cool, to see how much loot a 27 rift boss drops. Whoa! The insta-rips from the mortars are so brutal. Thank you for the reds. How are the greater rifts? Really sick. I think it's a really nice addition to the game. Pretty much exactly what Diablo needed, honestly. It adds something that is actually difficult. Like, it's actually difficult. There's like a challenge hurdle of trying to get into high difficulties. It's something that allows you, or it encourages you to push harder, you know, push yourself harder, gear better, build better, play better. It's really good. Really good. It's exactly what Diablo needs. It looks like these guys have a different animation now. See, they're like spinning? I swear it wasn't spinning like that before. I got caught on the edge of it. Thought I could vault past it. Why are you using Entangling Shot? Because at the higher difficulties, it's a bit hard to keep up Hatred with... You can't do Hatred cycling anymore. They changed... what is it? Preparation Punishment now has a cooldown and does not cost Discipline. So you can't cycle Discipline into Hatred anymore. So rip resource cycling builds. So it's much more reliable in the high difficulty zones to rock Entangling Shot. And just, you know, you use Cold Weak for the extra damage. Did you die in hardcore? No, my character, when I transferred it over, transferred it level 59 instead of 70 for some reason. So I haven't died. My character's still 70 on live and 59 here on PTR. So I haven't died in hardcore yet. I'll probably do some hardcore testing later. I have 4-piece Marauder set, but not 6-piece. Not 6-piece. I stopped playing when they doubled the legendary drop rate for a long time. I only started playing again a couple days ago. So I didn't really end up farming the full Marauders set. Around that time they also changed it so you could gamble the Marauder set, whereas before you couldn't, so I wasn't really, you know, I couldn't really do anything to push for it. But now you can actually gamble for it, so it shouldn't take too long to get it if you actually farm directly for it by gambling. What do we got? Fast, extra health, enchanted Frozen Pulse. The Frozen Pulse is pretty nasty. Those affixes are pretty brutal in the 27 Rift difficulty. Whew. You're going to level back to 70 on hardcore? Yeah. I don't know if I want to like spend time just leveling up a character on the PTR. I might test like whether you can do greater rifts at below max level. Okay, my gear's ripped. Repairing. Took me less than a day to get 6 Ps because of the Kadala and drop rate, everything. Yeah. I mean, back when I was trying to farm for Marauders, it was like you couldn't really do anything. It was just like you got lucky or you didn't, and I hadn't gotten lucky. But now it's actually pretty easy to directly get it, isn't it? Nah, legendary gems haven't been added in yet. But those are like a significant part of the reward of doing greater rifts. Getting absolutely axed. Oh, he rezzed me? How did you manage that? He rezzed me right underneath the monster. What is the leaderboard at right now? You can look at it by pressing Shift L. There's info for greater rifts and people's times in greater rifts. So you can see greater rifts, normal. Once it actually loads. Philos has the #1 greater rift, level 38 in 13 minutes and 58 seconds. Philos is #1? What a beast. I wouldn't expect anything less. He puts the most time into Demon Hunter, I think. How is this possible in hardcore? You don't do the level 27 rift difficulty if you're not geared for it. The idea is that this is gonna go as high as your character can make it. So in hardcore, you'll probably take it slow. You know, make sure you're only just scaling up, and then if you don't think you'll be able to handle the next difficulty, you don't do it. It's not like you instantly jump into level 30 and get one shot in hardcore. Like that would not be good hardcore strategy. Oops, we all got ripped by the poison enchanted. It's pretty potent poison enchanted. We've actually progressed in front of the timer. Holy shit, we might actually make this. What? Are you serious? We might actually make this. I can't believe it. We were getting destroyed. How did we suddenly all of a sudden beat the timer? 10% XP gone. We've only got a minute. If we can kill the Rift Guardian in a minute... Oh, if I can avoid dying. If we can get him to spawn... Oh, it's going to be a bit close. I don't think so. If we hadn't died just then, we might have actually gotten through. Pretty crazy. I don't know how. Here he is. 37 seconds. Can we get it? Do we have enough deeps? Or is the Rift Guardian just going to absolutely destroy us? Well, there goes MFG. He's down. I can't do much to res you, man. Let me try. Oh, I got the res. What? 15 seconds though. Might be a bit tough. Damn, that was actually pretty close. exciting clutch finish. Oh, you guys wanted to see his HP bar? 12 billion? 12.4 billion HP? Oh well. Time remaining. Why does it say 50 seconds? I thought it finished. Well, we didn't quite make it. It was close though. If we hadn't died that last time, or one less death, we probably would have made it. Pretty close. I'm surprised. If we get a 27 rift that spawns well, we might actually be able to do it. Nice. Your final rift, greater rift depth was 27. 5.8 million XP, 47 million gold. And we don't get any more rift keystones because we didn't make it in time. What did I get from the legendary? We did get a legendary ring. And here's Urshi. So this one is upgrade jewel. So there's this NPC just here. It's a ghost, and she has the upgraded gems, which are not currently implemented, but we'll be able to check that out in a later build of the PTR. So hopefully that'll be added in soon. What legendary ring did I get? Pretty good though. That's just above T6, so we just did it slightly above T6 then. That's pretty cool. What greater rift is equal to T6? If that's just above T6, then probably something like 25 is T6. So we did just do above T6. If you go to Shift L, leaderboards, I think the highest ones people have done are like 28 now or something, isn't it? Oh no, Philos has done all the way up to 38. Crazy. So can you imagine the difficulty of 38 then? That's insane. And he's done that in under time too. So he's probably rocking, you know, some pretty sick gear, but also some pretty sick strats. What's the highest in hardcore? 31. Someone's actually done 31 in hardcore. That's pretty insane too. And then you can check for the different classes as well. So we can go back to normal and check like what wizards have done, for example. I feel like Demon Hunter's probably got the highest. 30 for wizard. What else is there? Crusader. Crusader could be quite high. Witch Doctor might be really high too. 31 for Crusader. What's Witch Doctor like? 38 is like T12. 33 for Witch Doctor. Looks like Demon Hunter's dominating it. I don't think Barb would have done too high. 31. Monk. 28. So it looks like Demon Hunters are smashing the higher difficulty rifts at the moment, because there's a bunch of people who have done over 35. It's pretty fun though. This is exactly what Diablo needs in my opinion. I think the greater rifts are a fantastic addition. Really, really good stuff. Ugh, it's fun, it's challenging, it's competitive, it's good stuff.